So based on your requirement, we'll add like a few more topics also. Okay. So what we do that day one session basically like what is the introduction to the Power BI desktop. Okay. And how to load the data into the Power BI desktop, transforming the data set, data cleansing, and data mashup. Okay. So this part will cover like what is basic Power BI and what are the like a difference will be there in the Power BI license. For example, in the Power BI, they're providing the option for like a premium, pro, and then like a premium capacity. Many things we have, right? Okay, so those things it will cover into this day one session. Okay, with the like a real time practice demo. Okay, if you are ready to share your data sets, okay, I will take up your database table. I will show you the demo on top of that, or else we'll use that our open source database, any other database, for example like a classic model database, we can use it. Okay, so that is like a day one session. It will happen, it will cover like all the like Power BI related thing, Power Map, Power View, and Power Pivot, Power Query, all the parts it will cover here. Okay, and including the Power BI life cycle. So what is the like a basic in the Power BI life cycle? Okay, how we are connecting to the data source into the Power BI, and what are the difference will be there in the like direct mode and from the like import options. Okay, and day two here mostly will cover related with the creating the data model. So in this data model, I think you know like we are working with the multiple tables, right? How we have to make the relationship between that like each tables. So what is the like a ER like entity relationship diagram? Okay, so how we can make that efficient data model connection in the Power BI desktop. Okay, and next thing here it is for example in the Power BI we can create that measure column, right? So we can create like create the measure and the calculated column. How we can create, so what are the limitation will be there for the creating that measure column, right? And next thing is analyzing the data over the time. So data over the time here specifically for the measure, it will include for the like most of the like date parameters. For example, I want to filter the date, filter the report based on my input date. Okay, so how we can pass the date. Okay, and next is the like other visualization tools like text based visualizations, how we can do that one. Okay, so we'll cover like all the basic schema also, like a star schema, snowflake schema, and from the like a galaxy schema with the real time example. Okay,
So,
and yeah,
Nana,
tell me.
sorry to interrupt. Just one question. How many years of course is this, which you have
How many?
curated?
No,
Hours
no,
of
I'm not getting.
course. How
Okay,
many
I
hours
tell
of
you.
course is it?
Okay, okay. The course, like, for example, it will take maximum like 3 to 4 days. It will take. Okay. So
Okay.
the first of maybe like if I'm taking like 8 hour session, the first
Okay.
4 hours will be that theoretical session. The other 4 hours will be the practical session. Okay. Maybe if I'm taking like 4 hours, we'll split like 2 hours with the practical and 2 hours will be the theoretical session. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll give that like day two the Power BI demo. Okay, so sales and marketing teams how we can like create the reports, or maybe for example if you have any project like your project related scenarios, you can share it. I will create the reports. Okay, in front of the like audience. So maybe like they will aware of like how we can create in the real time projects. Okay, right. And day three session here it is will include that what are the different type of charts available in the Power BI. Okay, so what are the like other type visual we can use it? What is basic use of the filtering the data and what is the use of the slicer? Okay, so how we can convert this slicer into as a parameter and how we can enhance our Power BI dashboard and how to use that Power BI template. Okay, so like some Power BI template means for example I can use the header and footer, and in between that we can add that in the layout the Power BI charts. Okay, so that is called as a Power BI template. So each topics will cover the like a real-time scenario. For example, if this is a chart, so what are the charts we have? Pie chart, bar chart, stack bar chart, clustered bar chart, 100% stack bar chart. Each bar chart will give the like one example. Okay, and others map like how we can use that tree map chart, and like a map, field map, funnel, and metrics. Many things will be there. Okay, so based on the scenario, we have to choose the like chart component. Okay, and next will be the like slicer. Okay, I told you, right, slicer is a major part in the Power BI. One is like attribute slicer, or maybe we can call it as a, like a parameter slicer, and hierarchy slicer. Okay, and like a scroller, timeliner, histogram. Okay, and the table heat map chart. The other external chart component also we can use it. For example, the aquarium component chart, it will be there, right? So this is like with the Power BI is the parameter. So here, for example, parameter here it is. Suppose we are connecting with our direct SQL query. I want to pass the parameter from like my input. It will goes and filter into the my like a SQL query. It is called as a like query parameter. Okay, so that is query. How to use that Power BI with query parameter. So what are the parameters we can create into the Power BI desktop? And next is the like introducing the DAX function. So DAX function is a like it's a like analytical functions. We can create it. We have like multiple DAX function is available. For example, year over year, okay, and like a month over month, and from the like a date. Okay, so many DAX calculations we have here. So for example, creating the like a sales, how to use that? We have to use from the sales, sum of sales quantity. So that is called as one of the measures. Okay. You can see here, right? Aggregation, counting, logical, information, text, and date. So for the aggregation means, like sum, count, max, min, average, and sum of x. Okay. The same thing from the counting, and logical, information, and the text. I want to like concatenate the two of a column. So we can use that concatenated DAX function, replace, search, and upper and fixed. And next will be the date. Okay. Date means like hour, now. Okay. So many things we can use it. And the other part here, it is like in the DAX function will cover the variable. So what is the variable? How to use the variable into our Power BI DAX function? So for example, I'm declaring as a like based on my input. If the sales is like greater than 5, okay, I can say it's like good sales or will be the bad sales. So those kind of like declaring the variable on top of that, we can change our status. Okay, that is the use of the variable in the DAX function, right? And next thing is like how to make the relationship using the DAX function. So I think I already told you, right? If we can use the data model, we can make the relationship. That is the one part of creating the data model. Okay. The other thing here, it is using the DAX function. So writing the DAX function itself, I can able to make the relationship between the two tables. So that is like related and related tables functions. So here on the day 5, we'll use that what is the Power BI gateway, and how to use that calculate and calculate table, and time intelligence functions. Okay. So Power BI gateway here, it is whenever like we are publishing the report into the Power BI. Okay. So we have to do the configuration in the Power BI server. So the major part, we need the gateway connection. So like based on our input source, maybe like if you are using like a cloud data source, or maybe like offline data source on premise. Okay, or maybe like the open the cloud data source. Okay, how we can make the gateway connections here? How to install the Power BI gateway connection, right? So we'll cover like all the parts. Okay, so the gateway of connection functionality and time intelligence functions, with the like the dimensions and relationship here. Okay, um, and we'll cover like the next part will be the Power BI server. Okay, so what is the Power BI server? So what are the options will be there in the Power BI server? Maybe once you are completed like all the Power BI development, we have to do the deployment, that is called as a CI/CD pipeline. Okay, so we can say as a like a deployment options. So how we can do it into the different instance? Suppose currently I'm doing the development, so how I need to move from like a dev to QA to prod. So how to handle that? Okay. So this all part will cover into the Power BI server. Then how we can use that like a data source, and how to like select the files. And next will be that how to like configure the your reports as a like a dashboard. In dashboard, what are the limitation will be there in dashboard? If I can able to add the filter or slicer, and what is the limitation in the dashboard? How to integrate this dashboard into like our any of the external application using the embedded URL. Okay, so what is the limitation will be there? Okay, so everything will cover into the in the Power BI server level. Okay, so you want to add any additional course content here? Let me know that. Okay, so maybe I will add it. Then I will share the course content and with like the demo part. Okay, so like how much time it will take to complete this training. All the details I will share it to the Raido. Okay, so you will contact the rest of the things.
Um, Thank you so much, Bala, for this detailed demo. I would just like you to request, can you share this with me so that I can share it with the respective team and I can ask them like if they require anything else which should be in the training, and
Okay,
basis on that I can inform you on.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So as a next step, please share this with me. I will share it with the team and I'll ask them if they require anything else or not.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, let me know if you have any like specific topics you have to cover in the Power BI. Okay, so maybe I
Yeah.
will cover it. Okay, and then I will
All
give you
right.
the like the small guideline how to get that Power BI data analyst certifications. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so just I will give you the like overview of that. So what are the questions it will come? So like what is the like which part you have to cover mostly in the Power BI certifications? So those things I will explain it. Okay,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank